Okay, so now we're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Uh, okay, so we're gonna start by introducing ourselves. As I said before, this conversation is about friendship, how it affects our brains and stuff. And we're gonna start by introducing ourselves and telling and answering the first question. So, if we have a best friend, and how does that make us feel? So, for those who don't know, hi YouTube, this is Talk and Talk. This is an English immersion. This is a conversation for every level of understanding. And this isn't a class, but if you're looking for classes, you can check our website. And let's go. I'm going to start. So, I'm Camila Conte. I'm from São Paulo. On Friday, I'm going to be 27 years old. And I work with IT. I work as a software developer. And I like to eat donuts. I like to eat pasta, like all kinds of pasta and lasagna and things like that. I really like Italian food. And I have a best friend. Her name is Leticia. I met, I met her about 2.5 years ago, and we've been through a difficult course, a difficult period of our times together. So we bonded a lot, and it makes me feel like I have someone to count on. And she's like, I feel like we have an adult friendship. Like, we don't talk every day, but I know she's there for me, and she knows I'm here for her. So I consider that an adult friendship, and I think that's it. So now, can you please introduce yourself, William?
Hi, my name is William. I'm also from IT. I am a software engineer. More specifically, I develop iOS applications. I work on Mercado Libre. I am 32 years old. I am married. I have 2 children. I like to eat. I don't like to eat. I like to follow a diet. I like to stick with a diet. I like to have a health lifestyle. So I eat chicken and rice. It's what I like to eat. I don't know if I have a best friend. I wouldn't call it best friend, because I remember when I was a child, my best friend is someone that I count every day. I could tell everything that happened to me. But I have a very close friend. His name is Eduardo. We train together. He lives in a city near me, in Campinas. I live in São Paulo, Itu. I would. It's a best friend because, I don't know, I can complain about my marriage with him, so I can open myself with him. So I think he is my best friend. I don't know how you feel. I am a man. It's hard to feel something to a best friend. So I feel security to tell things to him. And I feel that I have a friend that and can count. And I don't know how to say that. I can ask for help, ask for opinions about something, about me, about my life. And that's it.
Great meeting you. And it's a lot of coincidence between us. It's been great. So we're gonna keep on that later. So, Beatriz, can you tell us about yourself now, please?
Yes, so my name is Beatriz. I'm 28 years old, and I was raised and born in São Paulo, but now I live in Stockholm, in Sweden, and I work as a developer here. What else? I like working out. I like eating, and sometime when I have time, I have cooking. I like to cook, and yeah, I have a best friend here. Like I don't know if it's like a best friend, but it's a closest friend. Her name is Liz, and she's a Mexican girl, and we work together. And yeah, it's so nice because as a foreign people, we can like understand each other, and I can practice my English with her, and we have traveled together as well. Yeah, I think is it.
It's difficult, right, to make friends at work, like real close friends, I think.
Yes.
I have a few, but I don't think like them. I don't think about them like my best friends or close friends, but they are my friends, you know. I think it's a little hard. I don't know. Well, so great having you here today. We're gonna go to the second question now. So, what are some ways your friendships have changed your perspective on life? So, can you tell us? Can you answer this, please, Bia?
I think it's hard, but I think it changed a lot. Like people that I can rely on, or I thought that they wouldn't be there, but they was. And I think we have to choose the friends very well, because it's gonna be the persons that they will celebrate with us the good moments and not the good moments as well. But and what else? Yeah, I think this is, yeah.
Great. I agree with you. We have to choose very carefully, because we can just, get hurt, and that's something that happens. But I think for me, the what changed for me is like when I was a kid, I had this image of how I would like my future to be. And then as a teenager, I had some friends when I was a kid, and I had this vision. And then I grew up, and as a teenager, since I had other friends, I started having another perspective of life, So it changed what I would want to do with my life, where I would want to go, what I'd like to listen to, like music, and what I like to watch, that kind of stuff. And then as an adult, I think it also changed, and it changed the most, like um the responsibilities, since I have adults relationships now. I think like I have adult relationships now. I think we are more synchronized with what we want to do with our lives, our plans, the people that are among us, So I think that's it for me. And what about you, William?
Let me think. Some years ago, we have different friends. It's about the contest. It's about our current lifestyle. So in my past, I dreamed about another things, but now my friend and me think like the same, like the same future, like the same career. So I can I told him some years ago to him come to IT. He was a accountant. He came to IT. Now he is a IT coordinator, IT manager, and now he's calling me to improve my soft skill and try a manager way. I don't know how to say that. So I helped him in the past. Now he is giving me I don't know, giving me a hint about my future. So we help with the others to grow in our job.
Yeah, that's a great thing, you know, like we have people around us that challenges us to be a bit more a little bit better day by day, you know, even if they are not really present and stuff. But I think that's a great perspective. And so can you ask via the third question, please, William?
Yeah, have you ever felt a rush of happiness or excitement when spending time with a close friend?
Yeah, kind always. For example, today I was talking a friend, and it's been a while that I haven't talked to him. And every time that I talk to him, I was, oh, nice, like so excited to talk to him, because we used to work together and we used to go out together, like go to the co-work and work, and not work, but like get a beer and chat and talking a lot and gossips and this kind of stuff. So it was really nice when I have some friends, or even when I'm talking to them, and I think it's cool. How about you, Camila?
I always have this also. Like this weekend, last week I got promoted, and then I said, oh, we're gonna celebrate. And on the weekend I was just really tired, and I didn't want to do anything. But then my friends just told me, oh yeah, you're gonna do something, we're gonna celebrate. So we just had a beer, but it felt like a big celebration, you know, because I was with them, and we were having a beer, and we were chatting, and we were just laughing. And that's kind of a good rush, I think. And I had bad rushes also, like sometimes when you have a friend that's not that good, and you don't know what to do to help him. So it's just, I think that's some kind of bad rush, because you're like, oh, I'm here, I want to help you, please let me help you, and you can't. So I think that's the kind of the bad rush. And what about you, William?
I can't remember. Maybe when we had a beer together, we can laugh, we can tell jokes, and I don't know exactly. It's difficult to get together because he's living in another country, so it's very hard. That moment is very hard for us. But when we get together, we can have a beer and talk about our daily. I don't know.
Yeah, that's great. What about, you said you were married, right?
Yes.
So when you're with your wife, like, do you feel that rush? Like sometimes you're just watching a video and she says something funny, and you just have that thing like, oh my God.
Yes, but when we are married, we get stressed a lot.
Yeah.
more than rush of happiness. So we have a lot of moments with rush of happiness, but it's more frequent. It's more frequently. So about my son is very funny kid, and we laugh together about him, about what they do, and that's it.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. And now we're gonna go to the fourth question. Do your friends help you feel more confident and capable? I think for William, we already have an answer because he said like his friend just helped him like with soft skills and stuff. So do you want to share a bit more about that, William?
Yes. Like my English, we talk in English every day on WhatsApp. We try to talk in English because he force me to speak English sometimes because he wants that I grow in my job. He already work with international clients. So I feel that I will reach my goal because I have someone helping me to get there.
Yeah, that's great. And what about you, Bia?
Yeah, they do. Like my friend Liz, she's a product designer, and sometimes she asks my opinion about some stuff, and I share my point of view. And sometimes when I'm feeling sad, she has some comfort words, and yeah, it's cool. Like our friendship, it's really cool because we can support at work and outside work, so it's nice.
Yeah. My friend Leticia, we talk a lot, and sometimes I'm feeling a lot. I don't know how to say that. I'm very stressed and like with too much going on my mind, and I kind of don't know how to interact with my daughter. I don't know how to just be here, you know. And then we talk, and she's like, "Oh, you are a great mom. You're doing the best you can." And she's like comforting me, and it makes me feel like confident and calmer and capable, even though sometimes I just want to just enter the cell phone and just slap her in the face like, shut up. But almost all the time she's like making me feel more capable and making me feel more I don't know, making me feel better. So I just love having friends because I think it's like, it's true, it's just that family that we choose, you know, and I think we have to choose it very carefully, very wisely. So about the fifth question, how have your friendships shaped your personality or sense of identity? I'm gonna start with you, Bia.
I think it's a bit complex. I don't know, like I think some, like, not discussions but some talks that I have with my friends, I start to think some stuff, and like for about the life, and sometimes it can help, like, okay, I can do like this way or another way. So like for example, I am introvert person, and I have a friend and he feels the same, and sometimes we talked about it and some other stuff. So I think it's part of my personality, and I think in the beginning, I struggle a lot with that. And he was so, like, he comforted me about it and helped me to understand why I'm shy or why I'm introvert, and you are introvert but you are not, when this kind of stuff. So I think it's part of me, and he helped me to understand it as well.
That's huge. That's something really huge. When you just when you figure something out about yourself and someone helps you, I think it's always it's great. I think therapy also makes me do that with my friends also, but I think I had that a lot with therapy also. Because there's just someone there and we're talking and the person says, oh, okay, but like communication and stuff, and oh my god, yes. And so what about you, Will? Have your friendships shaped your personality or sense of identity?
Yes, a lot, a lot. Sometimes I saw my friend being more carefree, more lovely with his I forgot the name, girlfriend. So I'm not the same. I'm totally different. I am more explosive, more rude, and I try to be like him because I need to think 1, 2, 3 seconds before I talk something. So, for example, I was working in 2 jobs last week. I got a lot stressed, and sometimes we have some troubles here in my house with my wife. And he told me to try to speak more, I don't know, with more
More gently, maybe.
more gently. And I never thought about that because I raised it that way with my parents. I raised it with yelling all the house, and I thought it works, but I never tried it. My wife also have a different temperament, explosive temperament. So we love each other a lot, but it's something that we can fix now and avoid a lot of problems in the future. So if he doesn't taught it for me, maybe I will take a long time to realize that and try to change.
Yeah, it was a great tip from him. For me, I think it shaped a lot of my personality. Like a few years ago, I used to hang out with some people that like to go to the clubs and that kind of stuff. And then I just went along. And now that I have a little bit more of self-awareness, I think I know what I like to do and I know what kind of people that I want to be around, so I can do that kind of stuff I like to do. And I think it shaped me that way before, and it shapes me still. And I can say that I kind of shape the personality or a sense of identity of my friends also. Like when I have a daughter, and I try to be like respectful and to acknowledge, I don't know how to say that, but to show her like, okay, you are a kid, but you're a person, you have to be respected, you have to be taken care of, and that kind of stuff. And I don't hit her, I don't yell at her. And I have a friend that she always said like, oh my god, I would be a horrible mom because I would yell, I would spank the kid and that kind of things. And when she saw and she sees me with my daughter, she's like, oh, okay, there is a whole different way to raise a kid, and I don't have to yell and just spank my kids, So it's great to see when we shape others. And did you have any stories like that? You saw that you shaped your friend's personality? Like, okay, I showed some guy a music style, and he's just like, oh my God, I loved it. It's new. Did you guys know?
I don't remember now.
Yeah, it's difficult. I
Probably
don't know why
yes.
I remembered
Yeah.
it. Okay, great. So we stopped at 5th. Yeah. So now, Bia, can you ask William the 6th question, please?
Yes. Have your friendships ever helped you through a difficult time or challenge?
Yes, sometimes it's hard to me to I ask for help to something, but when I have a problem, when I am in trouble, I try to ask for a second opinion. Maybe it will not solve my problem, but we need to have another way to see something, and it could help us to I don't know, to see with another eyes to it.
Yeah, to have another perspective, right? Like you have a problem, but you're so into that, you're so focused on that you can't find a solution. And then your friend come, you talk to him, and like he says something, and you're like, okay, that's an easy way to resolve that, to solve that problem.
Sometimes it's not so big like we thought.
Yeah, exactly. I do that in IT, actually. Like I'm developing something and I'm like really stuck, and then I just go on some meeting with a coworker, and I just talk about what I'm doing and how I'm doing, the flow and that stuff. And this coworker doesn't have to say anything. Just for talking with him, I just, okay, I see that it's missing a comma, So, great. About the 6th question, have your friendship ever helped you through a difficult time or challenge? Now for you, Bia.
Yes, they have. I think in the beginning when I moved to Stockholm, I was having a lot of anxiety crisis, and I start to talk to Liz, and she is okay. You made a lot of changes in your life, and don't pressure yourself. I think it was a very nice moment, important moment, because for sure I moved. I start to work in a different language, and I am in a different country, and start to create a new life here, like new friends. So everything, it was new. And in the beginning she was there, and another friend was there as well. So yeah, I think it was really nice to have them with me now.
Yeah, it's really good to hear you say that, because I think in huge changes in our lives, having a friend, um, mostly a friend that knows what you're going through. Like she's Mexican, and she's there also. She's a foreign girl in a foreign country. So I think having someone that have already been through that or know how to deal with something like that, it helps us a lot. And the 7th question now. Have you noticed any changes in your mood or mental health when you spend more or less time with your friends? I'm going to start just by saying that if I don't have a beer with my friends, like I think like bi-weekly, 15 days pause. I don't know how to say that. But I think if I don't have that, like with my friends, I mean my friends, my sister, that's one of my best friends, and my boyfriend, whatever. I think if I don't have that in a week or two, I'll collapse. I just think like that, because friendship is so much important to me. So that's how important it is to me. And what about you, William?
I closed the question list. How I open it
The 7th.
on the chat. Yes, when I am with my friend, I get more calm. I get out of my stress, because we are not talking about we are not talking about problems, or we try to talk about prizes, about happy things that happen with us, and about our goals, about about our, I don't know, about our moment in the job. So we talk only about good things. So it's great, because both are thinking the same way. We don't claim about anything, and try to see ahead.
Yeah. I think on the good times, like talking about the good times and the good stuff, is something that makes us feel calmer, I think. But I also think that when we are all messed up and we can talk to someone and know that person understands us and respects us and love us, even so, I think that makes me feel calmer, like, I don't know. I think it's just some safe haven, maybe. And what about you, Bia? Have you
Yes.
noticed?
Yeah, for sure. I live by myself, and sometimes I cannot handle with my 17 voices in my head talking to me. So sometimes I need to see people, I need to hang out with people, and sometimes it's nice to like grab a coffee or a beer with a friend and start to talk, like externalizate the issues, and I think it's relieving.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the words for it. When you are in trouble, when you're all messed up and you just have a friend there, you can just be relieved. I think that's what summons that up. And so we're almost done here with the questions. So the 8th question is, what are some activities you enjoy doing with your friends that help you feel happy and fulfilled? I already said that for me is grabbing a beer, listening to music, and playing games like board games or League of Legends. So I think that. Also, I like to go to the park with some friends and my daughter, and just stay there, all of them just interacting and playing with my daughter. It's just an amazing rede de apoio. I don't know how to say that. I think that it's that. And what about you, Bia? What are some activities you enjoy doing with your friends?
Yeah, I like to eating or drinking, and sometimes partying. Now it's starting the spring and the summer is coming, so probably we'll make a lot of barbecues, and it's good because everybody's happy and the sun is here, so it's good. What else? Walking. This kind of just I think sometimes just meeting them is like make me feel happy.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah. How about you, Eden?
We only work out together. We work out together. Sometimes we go to dinner with our wives, or to a bar. I don't know. And like we live in different cities, it's hard to get together. So it's just work out together, and sometimes we eat out.
Nice, yeah. I like to have like dinner and lunch or anything that where we can eat. I like to do that with my friends also, or with anyone really. I really like eating anything, but with friends are better. With friends is better. And the ninth question now: do you feel more motivated or productive when you have supportive friends in your life? So do you, William?
Yes, I have said it before, and I got motivated when he talks to me about about their goals, and it's the same from me. I get more motivated because he's already there, and I'm trying to reach it also, reach it too. And productive, I don't know, because when we talk, sometimes we spend a lot of time in talking about non-important things. So we lost a lot. We lost a lot of time. I don't know, with full of talk.
Yeah. I think like the motivation comes with friends that are close or friends who aren't close to us, like physically or anything emotionally, whatever. um I think like productive for me is mostly when a friend tells me about a tool just they are just familiar with that can help with productivity, like Notion. I have a friend that told me about Notion, and now I use it for everything because I think it's very intuitive. And I think more of that kind of stuff, because when we get together, it's like you, William, we just say abobrinhas and nothing else. It's just that kind of stuff, just bad jokes and weird things. Like, I don't know, it's some not anything. It's not productive at all. So yeah, I feel you. And what about you, Via?
Yeah, I think it's very important to have supportive friends. And even like sometimes I said, not every time, but when I say, oh, I think I did a mistake, and a friend say, oh, okay, it's fine. You did what you knew with what you have. This kind of words. And I think it's super important because I think it makes our more like welcome, not feeling wrong.
Or judged?
Yeah, they can understand very well what we are feeling. And I think it's but I think about productive depends, as you said, Camila, because depends what you consider as productive, because you like you can maybe you are not make something, but you are uh laughing in this kind of stuff, or maybe it's happiness can be productive. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I agree with you. That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, I think like productive, I didn't see it from this point of view, but yeah, I think that's true. Like when we show a podcast, like something that helps the person that your friend likes to hear podcasts, and then you send her a podcast that it's productive for him because this person likes to hear about that, and it's something that's constructive, that can make this person a better person or whatever. It can also be productive, like just being a friend. And but that was a great point of view. And about the last question, have your friendship ever led you to try new experiences or learn something new about yourself? Did
Mm,
it?
It's for
Please.
me.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, start, please.
I don't know. He he speaks for he speaks. No, he told me to improve my soft skill and try a, a, uh, I try to get another position, like a team lead. And I don't know, my old friends, when I was not in IT, I had a gymnasium. I was an entrepreneur. So they told me that I was smart to try back to IT because I was graduated in IT, but I never worked with it. So I tried to enter in IT. So I could, I don't know, I had success in the first time. So they helped me to be here where I am today.
That's huge also. That's awesome. About me, let me see. Led me to try new experiences or learn something new about yourself. I think I started liking a few foods that I didn't liked before. I started listening to kinds of music that I didn't know I liked, um, like forró. I always had a thing like, okay, forró is nice, but never that much. And then with my friend, she showed me some music, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so great. I had no idea I liked it so much. So I think about these small stuffs, this kind of small things, they led me to try to learn. IT also, it was my sister helped me. She pushed me like, okay, it's a great area, you're gonna like it, it's gonna be okay, and I'm here for you. So I just jumped into it, and now I'm here. And that's a huge thing. I think that's kind of that kind of stuff that my friends led me to. That small ones, that big ones. I think that's it. And what about you, Bia?
Yes. When I was living in Brazil, I used to participate in some Python community groups, and there I could have a lot of experience, like teach for a class, like give a workshop, organize a workshop. So I think I could learn a lot. Like I learned some leadership skills and negotiation, how to negotiate, because we have to ask for sponsorship for some companies, and sometimes it was hard to do that. And yeah, so I think I had a lot of experience with the friendships.
Nice, very nice. So guys, that's it for today. It was amazing having you here. I hope you liked it. So did you like it? You can lie now. I'll allow it. So I'm gonna stop sharing this live on YouTube, and I'm gonna send you the survey. So bye.